Hey, Cable, how you doing? How's it going? Hey, Jackie, how's it going? Yeah, did you listen to the other ones with those two other guys, intellectual? Listen to the one with that Paul. He's a big shot there. He supposedly owns part of that. And listen to the one with the manager of the place who didn't even know anybody called. Did you get to eat at that Mexican restaurant? Good girl, honey. Good girl. Hey, Jackie, how you doing? Oh, yeah, did you really? Yeah, I always get the same thing, which is pretty good. Overpriced, uh, for sure. I always get the shrimp tacos because, when you're in east side of northern Michigan, they can get whatever they want for a shrimp taco in my book. Yeah, they're high. Hey, Kay, how you doing? How's it going? Yeah, I agree with you. Those are summer prices, man. They should have enough sense to. Yeah, I just ate a bowl that crab chowder from Walmart. Yeah, just had it 5 minutes ago. I didn't go anywhere today. You still over there in Taos? Yeah, thanks, Kay. You off today? Yeah, I get it all the time. Yeah, it is good. That kicking crab chowder. Yeah, it is. Fattening as hell, but it's good. Oh, cool. How's the ice? I bet it looks fantastic. Man, I'll tell you, there isn't a place like that on the whole east side of the state. Hey, Mary Angels, how you doing? How's it going? Oh yeah, it's cold over there, man. Big time. Sure is beautiful though. Oh, you tested negative, Mary Angels? Good. Okay. You're not having any symptoms, are you? Oh, I did that a couple weeks ago. Oh, are you okay? Oh, sorry about that. Do you have a dentist appointment lined up? Oh, thanks a lot, Mary Angels. Best of luck to you. You be negative. Hey, Michael. Next week. You can't get in sooner than that? All right, Mary Angel. Yep. Yeah, good luck. Oh, okay. Well, he's good about stuff like that. He down to chill. How you doing? She died, Jackie. I don't know of what, to tell you the truth. She was having kidney problems and there was an infection. I really never got the official cause of death. Oh, okay. Yeah, it is painful. Is the medication cutting it or are you miserable? Oh, thanks, down to chill. Oh, good for you. Good, good. That'd be a long time to wait. Hey, Terry, how you doing? Seriously? You know, it's weird. They sit everybody next to each other in that Mexican restaurant. You know, you go through all this stuff and then everybody's sitting along that left wall. Is that how it was when you were there? Oh, okay, okay. I got a lot of those up there if you scroll around. Yeah, I don't think they're ready yet, Heather. It's good you're doing better. That's good. That's a good improvement. Yeah, it's not bad today. I think it's like 20 degrees out or something. 16. It's not bad. Better than it was. It's supposed to be cold all the way till Monday. No, I fooled around. I wrote a letter, did the Freedom of Information Act. Yeah, I knocked out some, but not as much as you'd think. I'm still not feeling that hot. You have a few days off now, don't you? Hey, you know the state cops have been sitting with their radar big time out there in 55, so be careful coming home. They're sitting in driveways and some of those out of business party stores. Oh, 37 is good. Oh, wow, down to Chile. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, 25 Cleveland, that's not bad. I got achy joints. I don't know what it is, to tell you the truth. Good for you, Marshall. Nice, take a break. Not as good as normal. I just had a bowl of soup. I didn't even really feel like eating that. I don't think I have COVID. I've always had some kind of rheumatological issue that shows up here and there. I think that's what it is. Stray cats running around here. I gave them some food last night. Matter of fact, I'd probably do that now. Oh, good for you, Richard. Good deal. Yeah, it's complex surgery. No, I don't, Sean. I'm gonna give Maddie a call in a little bit. They live in the same house. I'll find out. But yesterday, Maddie said she's still in the hospital and you can't get any information if you call. So, yeah, it's all right, intellectual. That's okay. At least you're working, man. Decent jobs are hard to find, especially in areas like this. You got 10,000 people showing up for a job that pays $20 an hour. Oh, yeah, there's tons of them. Yeah, pretty much, I'd say I'm retiring, yeah. I keep threatening to work, but I just never seem to get around to doing it. COPD, Charlotte. A piece of bagel? Let's see here. No, I don't see it. Should have been right to the left of that pole. Oh, thanks, yeah, did you? I think I'm gonna go out and take this garbage out and put some more cat food out. You gonna be here for 10 minutes on intellectual? Terry, Joe, you guys gonna be here for 10 minutes? While I take this garbage out and do this? Put some cat food out? No, Kay's an exception, Terry. I've known her a long time. She doesn't come on here enough to know that, so I'd give her a free pass. All right, I'm gonna take this garbage out and give some cats some more food. You wanna go out and do a pee-pee too? You wanna do a pee-pee too? You do wanna do a pee-pee, huh? You do? You do wanna do a pee-pee? No van out here though, honey. No van, honey, no van. This place is taking forever to do this fuel pump. What you're gonna do though, once it's there, you're screwed. Bagel is still out there. Got run over by a car. Repeat, the bagel is still out there. Good girl, what's that, huh? What is that, honey? Thank you. Hey, Kimmy. It's cold. Not too bad though, like 18, something like that. Could be worse. Hey, Alethea, how you doing? Some kind of bleeding, but it could be a lot of things. It could be hemorrhoids, so don't just wait until you get a good diagnosis. Yeah, it is cold. Yeah, not crazy though. Oh, 83, yeah. Live chat, that's just type in there, Kimmy. Yeah, there's people that just died here a few weeks ago. Husband and wife and a baby. Google family that froze to death in Rose City, Michigan. Google that. Family froze to death, Rose City, Michigan. Hey, Pauline. No, I'm sitting here typing something. Hey, Dolly, how you doing? How you feeling today? Yeah, definitely later. Yep, be on. Yep. I was just sitting here typing something. Hi, Faye. How you doing? Yeah, I'm doing like so. No, not quite, Richard. If I send one, I'm going to send it to you. That ought to put a big smile on your face. There's a cat eating the food I put out for him. Those cats get inside these doorways on a sunny day like today. It traps the heat. He's going to chow down on that good cat food. Somebody was saying last night a cat can smell a quarter of a mile. I believe that. They don't need to, Melissa. I never asked anybody to do that. Good girl. That tastes good, huh? Good for you. Good for you, hon. Hey, hon. Good girl, hon. Good girl. Hey, Deb and Dave. Hi, Melissa. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Well, there's really not a lot that can be done now. I don't want to have anything to do with them, man. There's something strange going on with that outfit. I mean, why would I want to go back there? Forget it. Manager doesn't even know anything about it, and it's 3 days later and then doesn't call me back. And neither does the other guy that I interviewed a year ago that said it was fine to do what I was doing. Yeah, it's not though. I've had this stuff happen before. Yeah, it does, Debbie. Yeah, you're right. See you, Terry. And I go into that place every time I'm out there. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I can't figure it out, to be honest with you. Thanks a lot, Terry. Hey, Haley, how you doing? Well, I called the manager Friday. He didn't call me back till Monday. Then he was going to call me back. He hasn't called by now. The hell with him, man. Those are serious allegations. How are you the manager of a place like that? You don't know anything about who wouldn't run something by the manager first before you call the cops, unless it was something going on right then and there. It's crazy, man. There is something that I don't know about it. I'll figure it out, but it's going to take a while. I just applied to the Freedom of Information Act for the audio on who called. We'll see what they had to say. Hey, can you imagine if I didn't have it recorded? just think if I didn't have anything recorded and I said, well, somebody hears through the grapevine, anybody, like the Amish, they called the sheriff on Tom Reed the other day, the guy that does YouTube. He was out taking pictures of young girls. If I didn't have anything to refute that, and I said, no, I didn't, you would probably think it's not true. But in the back of your mind, you'd be hoping it wasn't not true too. But when you get to hear those phone calls, it casts an entirely different light. The other guy that I talked to, not Abe, he supposedly owns half of that, which is why I felt comfortable calling him. If you search interviews, Amish interviews, I interviewed him a year ago and I ran it by him then. What was appropriate and what wasn't. I wasn't sneaking around there. And like I told both people I talked to, anything I photograph or video I upload. You think I'm going to be running around with a dog in my van, going into the place where all of them work every time I'm out there if I'm taking pictures of young girls? I mean, how long is that going to last? Just nuts. Yeah, that's it, Graphic. That's exactly right. Screw that place, man. They could offer me free food to the rest of my life, and I'm not going back there. For what? Just by virtue of the way they've handled it. You heard the conversation between me and the manager. He was surprised and he understood why I was upset. Here it is 3 days after it happened and he still doesn't know about it. And then he never gets back with me 2 days later. Something's not adding up. Yeah, it's just not adding up. I mean, here's one thing that I could think's a possibility. When I'm out there doing photos of like somebody farming or video or in a cart or a buggy, there are young people in it sometimes, but it's not like it's 5-year-old girls out riding a tricycle. I mean, and honestly, when I see those horses pulling the carts, if you just search Amish on my videos, I don't care who's inside it. I'm really kind of videoing the scenery, the area, the road, the horse, the buggy. I don't care if it's a man, woman, young, old. It never really occurs to me. So, I mean, I guess there's a chance somebody could be in one of those things and say, hey, what's that guy doing taking photos? But, I'm out in the middle of anywhere. I'm there like 2 or 3 hours at a time. I've never had anybody approach me or say, quit doing that. I don't know what to make of it. Yeah, I really don't care about the people, I mean, once in a while you'll see like a family walking down the road, or like when I was in that other area down around Glavin, those girls, the Shetland pony, they had a little cute cart. It's getting worked on, Angela. Yeah, getting worked out at a place. Yeah, I mean, it's no different than when I was out interviewing Charlie in North Dakota, the farmer. I mean, if there'd have been a kid playing out in the yard, you could do the same thing anywhere all the time. Well, I don't really have any damages. Yeah, I do too, Dolly. I used to. Yeah, that's right, Lon. That's the guy that I interviewed. He hasn't called me back either. And he supposedly owns half that place. It's just the whole thing is weird. I'm telling you, when the sheriff came up behind me, I thought, this guy can't be pulling me over. I mean, I just left the parking lot. Why could I be getting pulled over? And sure enough, I realized it's me. He's pulling me over. If they would have been smart and they didn't like me for some reason, or they didn't like me taking photos, what they should have done is called the sheriff and said, hey, we don't want this guy in here anymore. Where they messed up is saying that I was out taking pictures of young girls. Not cool. Yeah, he was a really good guy, Jabo. Actually, I'm printing a photo of his schoolhouse and sending it to him this week. I think it is too, Melissa. You think it did, Melissa? Yeah, I want to know your honest opinion of those conversations. I don't want anybody candy coating anything. Yeah, he's a great guy, interesting guy. Yeah, even in the conversation I had with the guy that I interviewed, I said, man, you guys want the videos down? No problem. He said, no, that's okay. He says right in the phone call that when it first went up, he got a lot of, comments, and he hasn't in a long time. He didn't even want me taking it down. Yeah, I agree. And that's why I spelled it out in the interview with that guy, Debbie. That's why. And I've talked to other Amish people about it too that I didn't do videos about. And what they said, they don't like to be photographed by family members and stuff. They look at it as vanity, making a big deal of themselves. They don't like portraits. They're not going to stand out in front of their farm and let you take a photo. But in the midst of daily activities, it was an okay thing to do. After all, they're on public roads. But I still wouldn't do it if I thought it bothered them, which is why I couldn't have covered my bases any more than I did. There's nothing else I could have done. I talked to them. I was out there all the time. I'm in the area. And then I go to the place where all of them are working. They could have come up to me and said, hey, are you the guy taking the videos? Yeah, I am. Will you please quit doing it? Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm not out there to cause trouble. Oh, okay, Jamal. Yeah, there's something not adding up. And why isn't he calling back? It was Friday, last Friday. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's old or new. It is what it is. I mean, if I get pulled over, it doesn't matter if it was today, yesterday, last week, last year, and we're talking about it. What difference does it make? Hey, kitty cat. I mean, we're talking about the incident and what occurred, not the time frame. Yeah, there's another place I can go, Gertie. Yeah. I could still do them out there if I wanted, but I'm not that kind of person. Hey, Blakemore, how you doing? How you feeling? Did you get your chat thing going yet? Going where, Kimmy? Oh, yeah, it's a pain in the butt. How long's you're going to get rehab, aren't you? All right, Dolly, hope you're feeling better. Yeah, I've done interviews in Flint before, Kimmy. Yeah, they're weirdos, kitty cat. You got that right. Plenty of them. Oh, you got that right, my channel. They couldn't give me free food for the rest of my life. Just the way they handled it, man. I've heard these rumors before. It's not what you think it is. And I'm beginning to think there's an element of truth to that. Yeah, she wants to know why you said dockery. Why did you say that? Whoever said it. Oh, yeah, that's the old username. That's the old username, Lana. I just uploaded it. It says I just uploaded the video about an hour ago. It's the last video. Oh, did you, Kimmy? Did you know Nicole Green? Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, Kimmy. I don't know what's wrong with people. No, I believe it, kitty cat. Yeah. Yeah, it's about 20 minutes long. Listen to the audio. I'm curious on your take on it, Wedmore. Oh, that sounds good, Shelley. Yeah, anytime, sure. Be glad to, yeah. Hey, Lana, kitty cat used to be Dockery, remember? Yeah, it's not that big a deal, Mel. Thanks. He relapsed. He relapsed about 4 months ago, and that's the last I heard from him. Oh, you remember it now, Lana? Okay. Well, Lana will be on your ass over that. You're not sliding that past her. She's wanting to know what in the hell Dockery's about. Way to keep on that, Lana. You followed up on that and pursued it. I was upset. How would you like to be going into a place you like to eat? There's never a problem. I'm always nice. Get my sandwich, get out of there. I'm never trying to talk to anybody. And a sheriff's deputy pulls you over and tells you you can't go back there anymore. And if you do, you're going to get arrested for criminal trespassing. And the reason they don't want you there is because you've been driving around taking photos of young girls, which is nonsense. Oh, gotcha, Lana. Oh, got you, kid again. Those pictures are so damn small. You know, it doesn't, I mean, a photo doesn't really do much good because you can't see it that great. You should copy it and blow it up. Who wants to go through all that bullshit? No, and I've talked to these Amish people before. You know? Yeah, people are crazy. I mean, I've had this stuff before. It happened before in Detroit. I mean, I half-assed think, like I told that cop, the dispatcher didn't really understand it. What I was trying to get across to him was somebody called them, then they called the sheriff. He said, well, I knew this wasn't a phone call from somebody in Prince Edward Island. Yeah, I know that. That's not what I was talking about. I'm talking about somebody priming them all along with bullshit, and they got them into believing it. The strange thing is what employee would be working at a place, make a call like that on a customer that didn't do anything? Believe me, I didn't do it without running it by the manager first. And if the Amish bought this and bought into this, And that's their reaction, and they're super stupid. Yeah, the cat, is he out there eating now? He was just out there eating. Yeah, I'm sure it's that crazy Ollie or somebody. She's done stuff like that before. You saw that other thing when that state trooper gave me that bullshit ticket. She called up the state police and told them I was threatening them. You saw the report they did of me there. Well, here's the thing about it, though, is the cops, I've never heard anybody go to that. If you get caught shoplifting in Walmart, you're going to get a certified registered letter, and it's going to warn you that if they catch you in that store again, you're going to be arrested for criminal trespassing. So they can do the same thing. They don't need a reason to not want you in there anymore. If they, like I said, if they'd have been smart and they bought into this bullshit, what they should have said was, we don't want him in here anymore. You know, they're not going to admit buying into this bullshit. And I just find it hard to believe you could get a sheriff's deputy to pull somebody over for that. You think at a minimum he'd come in there while you were getting lunch and say, hey, these people don't want you here any longer. It's just so weird. Hey, Blue Malibu. They were stupid in this case, Jane. You seem like you're pretty stupid too. That or you haven't listened to the audio, which is a sign of being stupid. You're obviously way behind the curve on this. Are you Amish, by the way? You own a creamery? You own a creamery, Jane. What are you doing on a computer chat if you're Amish? No, they're really stupid if they would take a nut on the phone and believe this without any evidence at all. None, zero. I mean, if you're out there doing weird shit, you think you're going to call the sheriff's department right after you get pulled over and tell them it's a bunch of bullshit? I mean, I'm not exactly hard to find. I'm in an old van with a dog, taking pictures all the time. This isn't, you know, a murder mystery show. Could be a dumb waitress. Yeah, you're right about that, Lana. I think it could be. Come on, Jane, you dumbass. Want to see you stick your foot in your mouth one more time. Hey, Nellie, how you doing? I think it's weird too, yeah. Well, Lana, you know all about the stalking. And who knows what kind of bullshit's out there I don't even know about. Except somebody with half a brain answered the phone and didn't believe it. There's one thing that you'll never have, ever, never, zero. You'll never have any evidence of that. Nothing. Zip. Honestly, I mean, I'm a little surprised. I thought more of the Amish than this. You know, they portray this moral, do the right thing, honesty, Christ, Jesus. Where the hell's Jesus and God right now after I've been accused of this bullshit that has absolutely zero foundation? None. I mean, if these people are interested in getting to the bottom of the truth, they should be on my side because there's no evidence. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I went down to the sheriff's department, which was really a kind of a waste of time because I was hoping that it was going to be a conversation between me, him, and somebody else, but it was just the same guy I talked to that pulled me over. I mean, they were pretty cool. I mean, he's just doing his job. Yeah. 5:30 here. I mean, I don't blame the cops. Hey, but here's another thing too. Like I just applied for the audio on the call. And also I applied to see if there are any other calls ever made about me or reports filed. I mean, for all we know, someone's been filling these bullshit reports out for the last 2 years, and I didn't know about it. And then when whoever one of these people was got a job there and they saw me in there, they thought, aha, you're not going to be able to tell me to not come over to your house because I never go there. But if they're working in a business and they can make that phone call, the strangest thing is somebody did that without running it by the guy that runs that place. It doesn't get any weirder than that. It's true, Christine, totally different. You're right. Yeah. Yeah, he did say that, Blue Melbo. Yeah, the one thing I know for sure, now I'd really be wondering about this if I was out there doing a live and you got these kooks all over the place. Nut Job, Debbie, Crazy Laura, and Canadian Pig Ollie. They would have seen the sign, called the place up, and who knows what would happen. But nobody knew I was out there that day. So it was somebody in that building that made that phone call to know for that sheriff to come out there right after I left. That's the only way it could have happened. I am, Nellie. I'm following up, yeah. Yep. Could be, yeah. She's always capable of doing something like that. Amish haters. Well, I guess I do, don't I? If they're the ones making the phone calls. But it's Amish haters based on people calling them and then believing what they were told. There's a lot of people that work there. I mean, there's probably like maybe 5 or 6 teenage girls working in there when you go in there. A couple of older people. I haven't seen the older lady lately. Hey, Kim. No, I've never taken pictures while I was eating. No, never did that. No. Had nothing to do. I've never taken a photo in there. Nope. Had nothing to do with being inside there. No, I haven't. I don't ever watch those, Nelly. I don't want to get into this stupid bullshit. Yeah, Ollie can barely get enough gas to go get her groceries. Yeah, I don't want to talk about those crazy videos on here, Nelly. Obviously, you're into drama or you wouldn't know about it. We're not talking about hating the Amish, Richard. Have you listened to a word we've said? Have you listened to a thing I've said, Richard? Earth to Richard. Yeah, I believe it. Well, why don't you wait until you catch up before you make comments like that? You know, maybe you know what you're talking about. I mean, I can't believe the people that read this, watch this stupid shit. Whatever happened to like adults? I'm not saying that either. I'm just listen to what the incident I'm talking about. Oh, good. We can just do it on our own if you want, Rhea. Now be prepared whenever you post a reward, you got to be specific. Because you'll have every nut job in the world calling up. That could be. I mean, that's possible. I don't really remember that. Doing the mail? Did I upload it, Blue Melba? Was she in like an Amish outfit? I mean, maybe that could have been it. That's if I uploaded that and you saw it, which I guess you did, maybe it was it, but I was always told that in the course of like normal activities, it means outside, it's public. It's like a cute Amish person getting mail, in their outfit. I think I probably thought she was going someplace else, or I don't really remember that. I mean, I could have, and if that would have been it, they certainly could have said, hey, we wish you wouldn't do that. Fine. I mean, I can't do anything else other than, run it by a pillar of the community and him tell me it's okay and go with it, really. I mean, I told them on the phone, maybe I did like do something that someone interpreted as weird or strange. Fine, man, I'll take it down, but oh, okay, that could have been it then. Yeah, you might be right. Yeah. But it isn't like some young kid stalking video. Yeah, you could be right about that. Yeah, that could be, you might be right. I mean, there's young girls in buggies and on horses and doing farm work sometimes. Oh, okay, Rita. Are you talking about Crime Stoppers? And here's the thing, Blue Malibu, if you look at, my videos, it's just Amish people in the environment, old, young men, women. It's not like there's 20 hours of young Amish girls and nobody else around. But I didn't think anything of it. And these are adults working in places. I mean, I would have done the same video if it had been a 75-year-old woman. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't because it was a young girl. I didn't give a shit. Or it could have been a guy. I mean, it's just the outfits they wear, that kind of thing. Yeah, that's why I went out there Friday. Thanks, Tim. Uh-uh. I mean, if you took, okay, let's take for an example, Blue Malibu, let's take for an example, that was the video that caused the problem, right? If somebody took a clip of that video and made it on a photo for a calendar, any month of the year, a person in an Amish outfit checking the mail, do you think people would get their calendar and go to June and think, oh my God, is this weird? There's a girl in an Amish outfit. Why would that be on here? This is my point. Just standing on their own. Hey, Mark, just any photo or clip on their own of anything I've done anywhere. Do you see one thing that couldn't be on a calendar of the Amish? On a Hallmark card? Do you see one example? Tell me about it, Whitmore. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, I don't see where, I can't think of any example anywhere, you know? Oh, good, Shelley. I mean, it's all like stuff you'd see in a magazine or a book. It's not like weird or perverted, or I'm not saying, hey, did you get that love letter I sent you? Or can I give you a ride home? None of that shit, man. I mean, this is the mystery to it all. But I know how people are, and I know there's the chance that someone could say, hey, I think that's really weird. If like, take that clip you're talking about, Blue Malibu. If someone would have come out, because I eat my sandwich in the parking lot, they would have come out and said, hey, the girl just said you videotaped it. I said, yeah, I'm just, doing like Amish videos. It's like, well, she felt uncomfortable. It's like, okay, I'll delete it. I apologize. Won't happen again. I think that's probably the only clip I've ever done like that. I just happened to be sitting there and I didn't get any video or photos that day. So it was kind of slim pickings for a 80-mile trip one way. That's probably why I did it. Yeah, you're probably right, Kimmy. Yeah, I mean, I really don't. Oh, okay, Wedmore. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can see him, once in a while, you'll see him like walking down a road from a long way, or there's been kids playing at that school before, but now in that particular instance, I always made sure that I was way far away and that you weren't going to identify anybody. It was just kind of the scene of kids having fun outside playing from a long ways away. I would never pull up like right near the school and like stick the camera out the window and you'd recognize them. Nothing like that. And those were far and few between. It was like a long distance clip of kids having fun in the winter kicking a soccer ball. Oh, Wedmore, really? That happened a lot, huh? But the guy that I interviewed should have known there was no problem. We'd met and talked before. Now, if they didn't have any idea, if they didn't know who I was, or I hadn't been around there, but after I explained everything and they're still acting this way, that's what's strange. I can understand it all happening at the beginning. Yeah, I'll get that back. Yeah, well, thanks, Mark. Oh, boy, no kidding. Yeah, I've had people come up to me a couple times, but not too much. I mean, the idea is to go out there and have fun and take interesting photos. I've been taking photos and videos of that place for 10 years. I mean, that place just opened about a year ago. For all I know, somebody saw me 10 years ago and they've seen me ever since. And by working there, that was their first shot at trying to keep me out of there. I don't know, man. You could just go drive yourself nuts trying to say why. Yeah, it is. It is. It's just rare that I even see him walking, but if it's kind of like a cute scene, or I will, but it doesn't really present itself that often. Yeah, I know, Tim, but I still wouldn't want to be a jerk about it. No, no, you're exactly right. You do. But I don't want to be like doing that if it bothers him. It wasn't like I was spying. Kids in the swimming pool, yeah, but those were my nephew's kids. Those were my nephew's kids. And there's another video where a bunch of girls were in canoes paddling down the Osaba River. I got a lot of bad comments about that too. Well, you know what? I'm the guy that drove them out there, and they asked me to take those videos. Yeah, I waited all day, dropped them off, picked them up, and also took videos. There were a couple, other clips of other people, adults on rafts, but the younger women in the canoes, yeah, I was the designated driver. How about this too? How about this? What if what if it was an 80-year-old woman checking the mail? Does that change things? I mean, these are all people of working age. Yeah, man. I mean, it's disappointing. I liked going out there, man. I thought I had a good relationship out there with those people. No, they have phones and electric in their businesses. Yeah, they all have cell phones now. Blue, what if it had been an 80-year-old woman? I mean, it was the apparel actually. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't like, I did buy a lot of stuff there, whenever I was out there. I mean, for my neighbors, I'm not a big dessert guy, but I would get a sandwich every time I went out there. Oh, adult, yeah. I mean, when I say kid, I mean, there are some younger women that work here. To be honest with you, I don't know how old they are. I mean, I assume that they're like 18 or 19 or 20 or something. I mean, there's no kids, like no 12-year-olds or anything like that. And I'll tell you, if it had been 12 years old, I wouldn't have videotaped it. I mean, I thought if you would have asked me to grade myself before this happened, I'd have given myself an A on being considerate. Oh, really, Wedmore? No kidding. Hey, Jeanette, how you doing? No kidding, Wedmore. Yeah, I know the feeling. Yeah. I mean, this is just like some weird stuff. I wouldn't expect this out of an Amish place. Yeah, I just haven't been down around Detroit. I haven't been feeling that good. Plus, it's dead down there. And up until this last week, you couldn't go out to eat. I mean, it's 200 miles away. And I mean, it's slow down there. I talk to people down there all the time. That's why I know. I spent 2 months there, all of August and all of October, and I still have a ton of stuff to hand out. Oh, thank you, Melissa. Blue, how I didn't even catch that they would have noticed me. Do you think they were just looking at me or just looking that way? Because it's really hard to see when you're recording from inside the van. Oh, thank you, Aaron. No, I get it, Wedmore. Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. Oh, looking that way. Was that at that place that was it a business? Oh, I know who you're talking about now. Yeah, that is actually, believe it or not, that is actually the wife of the guy I talked to's son. That Paul I talked to, it's his son's wife. That's a dairy farm. But I guarantee you, she couldn't see what I was doing. Not that that matters. Yeah, she was probably looking that way, but I guarantee you she couldn't see me videotaping. Not that that changes anything. Good night, Shelley. Yeah, you're right, Blue. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's I know who you're talking about now. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Well, I don't know that they did hit my van with a plate on it. I think it would have been easy for someone to say a brown van just headed west on Kettle Street, leaving the restaurant. Because he was on my ass shortly after I pulled out of the parking lot. Now I was going to try and get some more photos or video. Like I said, it was a bad day. So I don't know whether he was waiting for me to pull out of there, which doesn't seem right. You'd have thought he'd have come right in there and said, hey, they don't want you here anymore. But, he was on my tail within a mile. No, maybe he just turned the corner and got lucky. I don't know. And like I said, I've been out there for 10 years. I mean, they see me around there all the time. Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter if they call now after all this time went by. But me being out there had nothing to do with photoing young girls. No, it's busy up there, my channel. Yeah, yeah. It's busy because they don't have any cops and they got a big area. Yeah, people are weird. I mean, it makes sense that someone would do that. I guess I'm just shell shocked that it was the Amish involved. No, nobody knew her. No, there was no live. I hadn't, no one knew I was there. Nope. The one thing I'm sure of, it was somebody that would have had to have been in that building. I wasn't really embarrassed. I wouldn't say I was embarrassed. I would say it was disappointing. It's just it's so like wrong. It's just there's no evidence. Yeah, thank you, Rita. That's what I thought was going to happen to my channel. I fully expected, this is what I thought was going to happen. I didn't know he wouldn't call me back till Monday. I thought the guy that I'd interviewed, Paul, you listen to the conversation. He even acknowledges on there that I ran by him what was okay to do. I thought that once I called him, he actually had given me that Abe's number a long time ago to interview, but the guy was never in, so I just never followed up on it. I thought this Paul would say, hey, I know this guy. He was out here about a year ago. He's from West Ranch. He's a private detective. I let him interview me. We had a 30-minute interview. He's a good guy. He's not out there doing any weird shit. And the Paul said, oh, okay, good. Now, had I not had some kind of Amish connection, I thought I would have known right then I was screwed. But I thought he'd call this guy, and either he would call me back or the guy would call me back. And they would say, hey, man, yeah, we just didn't know who you were. She saw you with the camera, and today's world, she's just an Amish girl. We appreciate it if you wouldn't do that again. Yeah, no problem, man. Absolutely. If that's the case, something like that. Oh, thank you, Mary Angel. So I fully expected that by the end of Monday, this would have been, hey, come on out here. We're sorry, it was a misunderstanding. She's been told to report things she thinks are weird. Not at all. Yeah, definitely disappointing for sure. Yeah, I liked going there. I did. I liked getting a sandwich at that place. And, I liked photographing the area. I've been doing it for 10 years. Yeah, you might be right about that, Blue. Yeah, you might be right about that. Yep. But if you listen to that conversation, Paul Yoder said, I'll be getting back with you. Now, why didn't he get back with me? And why didn't Abe, the manager of the creamery, get back with me? And the only conclusion that's logical would be whoever made this complaint, whoever was affiliated with this person, said, we don't care what your relationship was with them. We feel uncomfortable about it. We don't want him in the store again. But that store is a consortium of like 15 different vendors. It's not one owner. So maybe you only need one vote. We think this guy's weird. We don't like him here. You're stupid for doing that interview. We don't want him here anymore. He's weird. I mean, it's hard to argue against that. Yeah, I was a little surprised when Paul said, well, I'll be getting back with you. And Abe said, I'll get back with you today. Well, that was 48 hours ago. I don't think anybody's getting back to me, which is why I uploaded the video. I wouldn't even have done that, but, I don't really appreciate there being a police report on file that isn't true. No, well, he was just doing his job. He told me if, you need to contact the owner. All I can do is tell you we got a call. I was dispatched out here and they don't want you there. Yeah, I mean, he was okay. The dispatcher was okay too. Yeah, Kevin. Yeah, the Shetlers. That's exactly right. I think he talked about it in the interview. If he didn't talk about it in the interview, he talked about it after we were done. He talked about he said he was a part owner. That's why I thought I was covered when I called him. I thought, man, this is a no-brainer. I've met this guy. He knows what I'm up to, that kind of thing. Well, it didn't work out that way. Yeah, it's true. It's hard to do, though, Wedmore. Yeah, you know what I mean, Debbie? I'm still surprised. Yeah, it doesn't bother me as much as you think. I mean, it does bother me, but not as much as you think. I just won't go there anymore. It seems like it, Rita. I mean, but you guys, luckily, you guys know what the deal is. It's, consistent all the way. You know who I interview, where I go. I mean, anybody in the same situation could make the same phone call if they were pissed, if they believed some bullshit, if they wanted to cause trouble for me. It's happened. I've been swatted, stalked, harassed. So, I mean, the only wrinkle in this is the Amish going along with it. Yeah. Well, I left him a damn. I left him a damn review. I put a review. Go look at their Google review. There's nothing they can do now to change this. I gave them plenty of time to ask me or take down any video or apologize or straighten out a misunderstanding. I did what I could. I got on it right away. I went to the police. I called the only guy I knew. I called the place that called on me. They had 48 hours to talk to this person or whatever happened. They could have even called me and said, hey, a girl saw you videotaping her. But to say young girls, yeah, it's bullshit. So I did what I could to get it resolved. Enough times went by. If they called me tomorrow, I wouldn't answer the phone. I don't care anymore. I'd even if they'd have called and said, hey, there's just too many people in the community that, don't like you out here. Paul didn't know what he was talking about. Abe's full of shit and incompetent. We just don't want you here anymore. Sorry if misunderstanding. I mean, that could have, I could live with that, right? It's their business. But to just, not follow up and, well, I will upload the audio of the phone call that was made about me as soon as I get it. So you'll be able to hear it for yourself in a week or two. Well, they could be, but I mean, I don't think they based their phone call on any videos. There's a cat eating, another cat eating some more food. I don't think they're I don't know this though. It's all guess. Yeah, I got phone calls. Yeah, but those were those soliciting calls for car warranties and stuff. It shows me the numbers that are blocked. It's not from them. No, it's spam. It's known spam. Yeah, well, listen to the audio on the last video I uploaded, Berm. That could be too, but keeping what under wraps? Keeping what? I'm telling you, man, there's nothing out there to substantiate this. I wouldn't be having this kind of problem with this if they'd have said, this guy's out here taking photos and video of us all the time. See him out here a couple times a month. We don't want him around here anymore. I can get that. Even though I thought it was okay, and even though I did my due diligence, I can live with that. It's up to you. It's your business, right? That's not what they said. They said I'm out there taking pictures of young girls, which is bullshit. I did, yeah. I've always said that. Yeah. I think they should have too. Yeah, I think they should have too. Now, here's another chance. If it is a young girl that thinks this for some reason, I don't know how, but let's say for the sake of argument it is, they go to the parent freaks out. They think the outside world's just a bunch of perverts, and they're the ones that convince whoever to make the call. You can kind of get that. But I can't think of a single incident where anything like this happened. That's why I gave them 48 hours, Kevin. They actually have church on Saturdays. That's why I gave them 2 days. But look, here's the thing too, Kevin. I didn't do any of that shit. They don't have it. I was not out there taking pictures of young girls. Well, what are they going to talk about? People lying? And I'm sure if I was doing that, like in a weird way, the cops would have come out there right then and there. Yeah, I mean, maybe these people are nuts. You know, maybe the people that are managing it and running are a bunch of kooks, and and now there's a element of proof for it. I don't know what to think. Yeah, well, it's too late now. They just think they're going to leisurely, chat over a church service about calling me and getting me banned from someplace for something that didn't happen. They're going to call me back what they feel like. Fuck them. Yeah. I mean, they're super stupid if they don't understand that this would be upsetting to someone and a regular customer that since they've opened, they never had any problem with. And all of a sudden, he's taking pictures of young girls. Bunch of bullshit. You may be right. I mean, that could be, we're assuming, I assume, maybe I wouldn't be upset about this if I knew the real deal. And that for all we know, there's 10 guys just like me out there that have suffered the fate of their crazy logic. You just don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Well, at the absolute minimum, they handled this poorly for a good customer. They obviously didn't do any research to validate this or not, because there isn't any. I thought they were too, badly. Yeah, that's why I went out there. Yeah, listen to the audio I uploaded, Cynthia, about an hour ago. See you, Melissa. Cynthia, that video says I've said from the start. That's what the title is. Listen to that audio. Yeah, I just uploaded it an hour ago. It's the last video. Yep, burn. Yep, that can. Yep, kind of that. This stuff would all make more sense, but I guess I bought into this Amish like honesty and doing the right thing, and you couldn't have handled this worse. Oh, okay, Vern. Really listen to the call. See, I want your honest opinion. Hey, I can take it, man. If I'm doing something like not cool, or if somebody says, "Hey, that's a little weird how you're out there doing that." I mean, it's not like I'm hiding in the bushes with a camera showing you this secret video of girls suntanning without their top on. Crazy, strange shit like that. I mean, who in the hell wants to get accused of this? Yeah, yeah, BH. Yeah, yeah, exactly right. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Yep. There's a lot of places where if you turn in a complaint, if it's not a person they can contact and verify it, they don't even tell the person about it. I think that's the way it should be. think they are, Lou. And like I told the guy on the phone, it isn't like, you guys are getting half the videos and photos, and I'm taking photos you don't know about. It's like everything. Hey, Heather Marie, how you doing? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll be curious when I hear the audio on the phone call. See what they said to the dispatcher. Because when I said to that dispatcher, I got these wackos harassing me. Did you hear him say, "Oh, I can tell you it wasn't somebody from Prince Edward Island"? Well, that's not what I meant, but I got an idea. It wasn't just, hey, this guy takes pictures of young girls, pull them over. So it's going to be interesting to say what the cops were told. Hey, Kayla, how you doing? Yeah, just weird, man. I mean, how would you guys think about it, man? Like, any of the people out there, women or men, somebody comes up to you and says, hey, we got a complaint that, an underage person that you're photographing or videotaping them. How would you feel? And you get pulled over by the cops, and they tell you can't go back there anymore. Hey, John. No, you're right, Blue. Yeah, you're true. But this is getting into more people now. This is getting into the guy I interviewed, the guy that runs the place, and the person that called. So it's not just one person, it's all three. Yeah, it happens, Kayla. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Look at the cats coming over and getting their food. I put some food on the other side. Some of them are a little skittish to be on this side of the road. You see them bend down at that food pile right there. See that dark spot? That's cat food right there. Going to be cold tonight, no clouds. I didn't know him that well. I didn't know anybody at that place. You know, yeah, they sure spotted that food, those cats. Oh, no kidding, Denise. No kidding, huh? Hey, let me tell you an interesting story about stalking. So you guys know I did PI work for like a long time. I mean, I haven't done it in a while. I still have a PI license, but I was into it big time for about 30 years. And I had a pretty good sized agency in Detroit. So I had a competitor of mine. And you know how it is with competitors. It's like, you're going after the same business they are, but it doesn't mean you have to be a jerk. I'm not going to try and make up bullshit or, if a competitor of mine got in a car wreck and I could fill in for him, I'd be glad to do it. It's not that important to me to get every bit of business in the world. So this guy had a pretty good agency, and we were always competing against the same work. And he calls me one day and he tells me this story. And as it turns out, this is what happened. In Michigan, you only need one party consent for audio. Okay, not that that has a lot to do with this, but in other words, that's how I can upload these phone calls. If I was in Florida, I wouldn't be able to do that. You need two-party consent. I have to say to the person on the other end, do you mind if I record this call? Michigan, I don't. So there's two investigators in a surveillance van, and they're surveilling a lady that was probably on some kind of disability. And during the course of the surveillance, these guys are talking to each other. And they're saying, oh, look, there she is right there, yep, wait till she gets out a little ways. Typical conversation you'd have doing a surveillance. You're trying to get the best shot. You don't want to get bad shots, like if there's a lot of glare. I'm not saying it's some great art, but you want to get the best video you can. So they get, I don't know, a half-hour video or whatever on this lady. Long story short, in the summertime, you're pretty busy as a PI. So everybody wants a copy of what you got right away. So sometimes you overnight it, sometimes you drop it off. You take your video and you send it to them. And then as time goes by, a lot of times the defense attorney is going to subpoena what the insurance company has, which means guys like me, surveillance tapes. So that happens. The defense attorney or the plaintiff's attorney ends up getting the plaintiff's attorney for the lady that was surveilled. He gets a copy of these videotapes. And of course, he wants to blow a hole in, this videotape's bullshit. You didn't see her the next morning. She couldn't get out of bed, that kind of thing. But what happened is the investigators, when they dubbed the tape, when they made a copy of the tape, they didn't omit the audio. They didn't omit the audio. So when this plaintiff's attorney is playing the surveillance tape that he thinks he's just going to criticize based on the manner they used in the video, he hears these guys talking. Oh, yeah, look at her, get her there. He ends up getting his client to come into the office and watch this videotape. They end up getting a psychiatrist to testify as an expert witness, that these guys were taught that they made the whole thing look like these guys were scheming to rape her, and that it had nothing to do with the direct surveillance of just getting a lady doing things that were inappropriate for her injuries. So they end up getting these experts. The lady claims she doesn't want to go outside anymore whenever she sees a van because people are conspiring to rape her. All she did was had a bad back and was trying to cut her lawn or what the hell ever she was doing. And these people came out there and conspired to rape her and damage her. You're thinking, this is absolutely nuts, man. These guys are working for a legitimate surveillance company. They got a good reputation. They've been around forever. And they're making up this bullshit. And now I didn't hear all the audio, but the guy told me that there was nothing inappropriate. But they were able to convince these, with this lady and these experts that she feared for her life now. So they sued. Take a guess what they settled for. How much money do you think they settled for with this horse shit? These were just two guys doing their job. They weren't going to rape anybody, believe me. How much do you think they settled for on that? All because this surveillance company did not omit the audio. I mean, that isn't all the reason. Most people wouldn't have pursued it. But how much do you think they get? Nope. Guess how much they wrote a check for. Now I'm reminding you, this is all bullshit. $750,000. He could hardly get insurance the next year. $750,000. And it was all made up horseshit. Yeah, that's it. 750 grand. Yep. So you never know how this crazy stuff's going to go. Now, here's another example, Now, these guys have decided to handle this. I don't care if it's the Amish or not. If it was the Pope coming out of the Vatican door and he did some shit like this too. Now, let's take for an example you were on a jury and you knew that someone called and said, this guy in this brown van is taking pictures of young girls, and you were pulled over by it. This guy was pulled over by this. And there was no evidence to support it. None. What would you do when it came to damages? Do you think I was wronged? If you were given all the facts and everything that I've said is true, and there was no evidence about me taking pictures of young girls anywhere, wouldn't you think, would you consider me to be damaged, embarrassed, humiliated, whatever? All as I was a guy going in there ordering roast beef sandwiches. I can tell you for sure there was never any video or photographs in there, never any conversations other than ordering. Whatever they're talking about had to have been outside of there. No, but you see what I mean? If I was sitting on a jury and you told me the story and it was exactly what I told you, and after everything was presented, this was just someone calling up, telling a cop this guy's taking pictures of young girls and pulling them over, I would have a problem with that. Yeah, thanks, Denise. I would have up until today. I would have up until today. I'm biting my tongue now until I get this audio back on what was said when they called. That's going to speak volumes. I mean, I'm not saying, you know, I'll tell you one thing. I will tell you this. If I do sue them, I will donate it to charity, every penny of it. I would. But I think what they did to me was wrong. Even if they'd have been smart enough to keep the young girl bullshit out of it. You know? Hey, Glenn. Yeah, I think it's wrong. I don't care if they were the Amish. I wouldn't care if it was the Virgin Mary. I mean, if these people need to be taught a lesson that you don't take lightly, calling up the cops and making up some horse shit like this, getting a guy pulled over. And let's say, for an example, I was young and I was starting out in a career. And, you know, say if I was applying for a government job or an FBI agent or a state trooper or some shit, and they get around to figuring out that there was a police report filed on me in February of 2021 by Amish that I was out taking pictures of young girls. I was never charged, but doesn't that just give you kind of like a creepy feeling? That's what I mean about this. Thank God that I've been around long enough and doing PI work, and that I have this. You know, if it would have just, let's say this, like I put in the description, this just filtered down through the rumor mill over the years, and Lonnie, you and Taylor, someone said, you know, that Tom Reed, he didn't get convicted, but you know, the Amish up there reported him for taking pictures of young girls. They even had the police pull him over and tell him to never come back there again. You would think, God, that's a little weird, you know? Yeah, I think it's very wrong, Seagate. I do too. Yeah. So when you guys get all your free chocolate milk and your cinnamon bread till the day you die because of me, you're going to know why. It's super creepy. Yeah, who the hell wants to be accused of that kind of stuff? And even so, I mean, you guys don't really know me. You kind of know me a little bit. But, you know, even still, even though I presented this and you pretty much believe it, there's some remnants that are always around when someone's accused of this kind of shit. In the back of your mind, unless you're retarded, you're thinking, why would someone, if it wasn't true, hate Tom this bad? Why would someone go to this trouble if there wasn't an element of truth of him doing some fucked up bullshit. That's the part that bothers me. And I'd be the same way. Lana, if you got if I heard that the report was filed that you were flashing your tits to some underage boy, I think, God, I hope that's not true. I don't believe it's true. You weren't charged, but there's always that remnant of someone going to this kind of trouble if it really isn't a little bit true. That's what I struggle with. Yeah, but the video with the Amish kids was a long way away, and that was on purpose, Oh, that was another one. Yeah, that was at the cemetery, right? Yeah, watching me with binoculars. That's right. But the whole trick on that is they were out playing soccer or something. Yeah, I remember that. Look at the video I uploaded, Ellen, a couple hours ago. I'm not visiting him again. No way. Yeah, you're not apologizing out of this anymore. Richard Jewell, bingo. That was a great movie, by the way. Yeah, kind of a Richard Jewell type thing. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Lana. Yeah, I think it sucks, man. Believe me, it's a hurtful thing. Yeah, it's true. The only good news is on this is, there's nothing really illegal taking pictures of young girls. I mean, it's weird, but there it just sounds so bad. I'm telling you, I'd have been much less bothered about it if they would have said, "We don't like you taking pictures of us." Okay, well, that's not what the other people talk to. Yeah, it's an individual deal. I can understand. You can't expect one guy to talk to me. All I can say is over the years, I've talked to people. They said what I told you. They don't want to do portraits. They don't want you spying on them. They don't mind photos in the midst of their daily activities. The law is clear on this. I can come over and take photos and videos of your 12-year-old daughter all day long if I felt like it, cutting the grass. It'd be pretty damn weird, but it isn't illegal. Yeah, Denise, you're probably right. Yeah, yeah. I mean, this could be a make it or break it deal for certain positions. If you got two guys applying for a job and one guy got accused of being in Amishville, taking pictures of young girls, and one didn't, why would you hire? Why would you take the one that did? Stuff like that, subtleties. You're going to catch a bunch of shit about it. Yeah, I stay in the van. Yeah. Sometimes I'll get out. Yeah, sometimes I get out, but not much. Yeah, I'm not going back there. No way. Forget that. Oh, thank you, Colin. Yeah, I applied through the Freedom of Information Act. They got to give it to me, the audio. You guys will find out. I'll upload as soon as I get it. And if the cop happened to be in the police station when they called, that wouldn't do me any good. I mean, the dispatcher took the call, told the cop, go out to find this brown van, pull him over and tell him to don't go back there. There might not have been a transmission from dispatch to the sheriff's vehicle. What's the question, Seagate? What is it? I told you, I answered that already. I stay in the van most of the times, and sometimes I get out. But 99% of the time I'm in the van. Now, when I interview the girls in Detroit, I'm always out of the, I shouldn't say always, but most of the time out of the van. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I didn't think the cop was pulling me over. Yeah. And it wasn't like anything was different in the sandwich place. It's like the same time. They're always like matter of fact. You put your order, they get it, and that kind of thing. Yeah, I think I help them. Yeah, sometimes I do. Yeah. Well, the cats are enjoying their food. That's good food too, high fat. Oh yeah, yep. Yeah, I know it. Yeah, it's called swatting. I'd never even heard of it before. I was even going to bring, hey, 6 Mile Mary, I was going to bring Tassie up to Amish, but she worked too much this summer. I ran that by the Amish guy that I interviewed. Yeah, I'm totally turned off by him now, man. They couldn't do anything to get me to go back there. Screw them. Don't even have the decency to call. We can talk to Jesus about it on Sunday. You got to be totally disappointed in him. Yeah, that's it, Mark. Yeah, you're right. Yep. Yeah, you're right, Tim. Yeah. Yeah, that's the white balance. Happens to all cameras. It doesn't look that way if you were here. That's the camera, a mechanical apparatus trying to convert what a brain would interpret. And all cameras struggle in this range. 5 more minutes, it'll be dark like it should, but right now the camera can't calculate light properly, and that's how it exhibits itself. Blue. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are, Simca. They're Christians. Amish is a lifestyle. Christians is the religion part. Yeah, it's not, if you were here, it's not that light looking out. That makes it look lighter than it is. Oh, thank you, Seagate. I appreciate it. Thank you, Danja. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it's like on the inside of the Amish. They had those bullshit, yeah, Walgreens, yeah. They had those bullshit Amish shows on there for a while that I didn't believe. So I don't really know what it's like. West Branch, Michigan, Russell. Yeah, I don't know. It does bother me. Yeah, some places are like that, Stacy. Yeah. Oh, the Hutterites, huh? Is that like what do they call them? Not Amish, Mennonites. What's the difference? I'll have to come out there again this summer, Mary. Drive around, take pictures of the young girls. Maybe I can get accused of it in 2 states. Oh, really, Simca? No kidding, huh? Why don't you check out the ones that weren't nice to me? Yeah, there's always been ads on them, Ella, and even on videos that YouTube won't let you monetize, there's ads on those too. Yeah, even if the video is not monetized, there'll still be ads on them. So it doesn't really mean anything. But I've had monetized videos for a long time. Yeah, they drive, Stacy. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. No, I'm good. Thank you, CK. Appreciate it. Thanks. He was good. God was good. Yeah, he was a good guy. Yeah, it's fine, Vern. I'll talk to you. Sure. Yeah, I mean, monetize, it's not, you got to have like millions of views. It doesn't mean shit usually. And for a long time, most my uh, interviews were called not suitable for most advertisers. You know that video that I uploaded? I did that to bring attention to Gerald and Matt. Look, I don't need any subscribers or views or nothing. Money. I got no motives here. You know, people call, I'm acting like I don't know Maddie when I'm talking to her. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, you idiot? It's an old re-uploaded video. A monkey should know this. There's no, I'm mentioning their channel and putting a link to their channel, you idiot. But it's shortly after that was uploaded, YouTube gave me the yellow dollar sign that's not suitable for most advertisers. So and there's about $3 per thousand views is what you can count on. And once that happens to you, you can count on about 20 cents per thousand views. So what did Mandy's thing get? Like 20,000 views? I don't know, 10,000? What are we looking at? 20 bucks maybe? I doubt it. Oh, did they really? Oh, okay. Oh, no kidding, Mary, huh? Oh, yeah, I know Vern. Yeah, believe me, I've dealt with it for a long time. I've talked to him. I got him, Eric, if you search my channel, I've interviewed the Amish. That's not what the ones I talked to thought. Hey, Arthur. Oh, really, Stacy, huh? Oh, I believe it, Vern. Sure. I'm used to getting stalked. Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, I don't know if I'm a great person or not, but I would tell you that, upfront about everything. I really debated about putting that video up, but I thought, you know what? I mean, do you think anybody out there gives a shit if people knew about this and I never got to get my piece? Thank God that I recorded these conversations. It would be so different, even with you guys that understand all this. It would be so different that if I just went on here and told you I got accused of taking photos of young girls by an Amish restaurant, you'd think, oh, that's too bad. But those phone conversations give you a whole nother angle at this, which I'm happy for. If it was just me denying it, you'd have to wonder. There's the proof in the pudding of the dialogue that went on after this occurred. I couldn't have done anything else. Oh, okay. Yeah, right. No, I believe they are. Yeah, I believe it. I know how it is, Bird. I get it. Yeah, it's really weird. What's even stranger is the following some of these nut jobs have. This fucking kook in Flint, this Debbie's trying to get nice now, and no way. I want nothing to do with that lunatic. She's called the Detroit Police Department before and told them I'm murdering working girls. She's called people when I'm on vacation, telling them I got my dog on my lap. God knows what else she's done, telling people I killed Raven and that's why my vehicle was in the shop. I got absolutely no use for that fucking dumbass. She's out there sucking everybody's ass now to try and pay her light bill. She can go to hell. I want nothing to do with her. I never respond to any of her emails. I don't want to have anything to do with that nut job. And that pig in Prince Edward Island, same thing. Same with that tramp that got her kids taken away in Las Vegas. They're nothing but stalking, harassing losers. There's no way in hell I would ever have anything to do with any of them. Nothing but trouble. The van's getting fixed right now. Yeah, I got it fixed, getting the fuel pump. No, I didn't say gook. He supposedly, I interviewed him a year ago, Cohen. I interviewed him a year ago, and he said, I can't remember if it was during the video or off camera, that he owned that place. Oh, I know. Yeah, it's easy to change IDs. Yeah, that's really easy. Yeah. Kook. Kook, I said. Kook. Oh, I know it's really easy, Burns. Laura and Ollie, they've perfected it. I mean, it's not hard. Yeah, I don't know what their problem is, especially that Kook job, nut flake and Flint. Two big old pancake tits smashed together and a half-inch of makeup caked on her ugly face. I mean, who would subscribe to that? Oh, that was my point though. I got off track. Is the people that communicate with these nut jobs. Any of these wackos that I've banned, blocked, got rid of, ignored, I'm more than willing to tell you why. There's good cause for all of it. Bunch of drama queens. I'd thought about it, but she can't even afford an apartment on her own, Eric. She's not collectible. She's got outstanding drunk driving warrants from 10 years ago. That's why she doesn't drive. I mean, you couldn't get it. I bet there's bill collectors lined up trying to get a penny out of her. She's like a super irresponsible adult. No, I haven't been down there in a while. No, that's what I say, Frisky. Yeah. I mean, it's surprising though, but a lot of these channels start off by people that get blocked and banned. That's one knock I got against YouTube is that these people use your name in their video titles. You can't do that in any other facet of stuff. Magazines, newspapers, internet articles, but YouTube, it's like no brainer. Some of these wackos actually get recommended when someone's trying to find my channel. You believe that shit? Doesn't get any worse than that. You got a stalker getting recommended over the legitimate person that's trying to find you. Yeah, I'm doing them. I just haven't been down there. Look, here's the things on the interviews. This is just a hobby. I'm just like having fun. It's not, if it was about money and fame or popularity, all as I do was interviews with working girls. That's all I do. But I get a lot of other interests. Just because, I get a lot of views isn't going to make me jump through some flaming hoop and drive all over just to get more interviews for more views. It's stupid. It's like so boring. Really, I think part of the reason I've backed off is because I don't really care about getting these views and subscribers and stuff. I tell people all the time, if I could give you subscribers, I'd do it. I don't care about it. Try and how, Bree, in what kind of way? Because I give my email out all the time. What do you need? No, yeah, I know, Vern. Believe me, you're preaching to the choir. I get it. yeah, it will come down. You want to, what I could tell people is, I mean, the cat's out of the bag with me now, but like using your name and they'll try and get get your address out of you. I mean, Maddie and Gerald have been harassed big time. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Glenn. No, there's one out at Tawas Point State Park flying around that people have been photographing. I haven't seen it though. No. Oh, she's a total wacko, man. Just a psycho. Yeah, you get them recommended. I mean, it doesn't get worse than that. Oh no, I don't have anything to do with her, Vern. Zero. Well, I mean, I do monetize my videos, but I mean, it's, I mean, when you're doing like fun stuff, I've taken hobbies before and I've tried to turn them into money-making ventures, and it wrecked the hobby. I had parrots as an example. I had a couple of parrots and I bred them. I did aerial photography. Then I got my own airplanes and got sick of that. And I did it with regular photography before. I don't want to like be motivated by attention, money, fake bullshit. I got enough money. I live a simple life. I don't have to kiss anybody's ass. I can ban and block anybody I want all night and all day. It's not like I'm working a job or I've got a neighbor and I've got to fake like I get along with these people. On YouTube, it's either they're on board with kind of a mantra or they're not. If they're rude, if they're going to talk negative about people, I get rid of them. And there's not too many places left in the world where you can do that. So if I was going to, what is a success? A bigger house, a newer van, more money in the bank? I think I couldn't be more successful in my mind. No ass kissing. Never told anybody to like, subscribe, thumbs up, nothing. Don't give a shit about subscribers. Don't give a fuck about views. I mean, how can I get any happier? No, okay, Brie, I'm going to delete that because you're going to get stalked. You'll get stalked on that. So to me, I'm happy. But you may think like if it was you, you could it would make you happy to really have this big kick-ass popular channel, where with to me, mine in my mind is popular for different reasons. Not kissing ass and selling myself is so huge. Not that I haven't done some fucked up shit, but I'm not trying to get anything out of anybody. I try and in a small way help people if I can. If somebody gets on here and they piss me off or they say rude shit, I can their ass. It's a great feeling. So I haven't I don't put up with anything. I'm not jumping through any hoops. It's not like a money grab. And if you look at these crazies really have lost anything to harass me about if I'm not doing interviews, because what's left? What are you going to do? Say that I take too many photos of my dog or that I am drilling holes in the ice and harassing Mother Nature? There's nothing left to knock me about. It's killed their channels. This idiot in Detroit, this Frank Nitti, look at his channel's dead. He's so embarrassed by the lack of subscribers, he hides them now because his channel is the same down in the pit dump it was when he started it. Debbie's actually trying to get people to be like valued subscribers or some deal you pay for to watch that idiot. I mean, she can't even get hired at McDonald's part-time. What would anybody tune in to watch this clown talk about? improper grammar, an unsuccessful life, outstanding warrants. Hey, Angie. I don't know why people do it, Vern. I mean, there's plenty of them out there, you know? Yeah. That's what I say, Simka. Because there's no opportunity for them to create drama and conflict, you know? Yeah. Oh, thank you, Ray. Where are you a pastor at? I want you to come out and minister to the Amish in Mayo, Michigan. Yeah, that's right. You're right, Lana. You got the green light. Yeah, so weird. Yeah, but she's backpedaling now because she's realized what happens is these clowns get on and they get enough people that have been banned and to start their own channel, and then they use somebody else's name, and that's how they get like a pretty quick 500,000 subscribers. But once people realize what they're like and what they're about, it dies. She's an example. Laura in Las Vegas is an example. Ollie's an example. They get 1,000 subscribers early, and then it just dies. So she put all her eggs in one basket, and now she's going to have a change of attitude and go on these different social media platforms. Not happening. She needs to get a job. Yeah, see, you'll know about babbling. You can do that with your thing. Oh, thank you, CK. But you just gotta try and limit it as good as you can, and hope that you can have some fun out of the channel. But I can tell you, it's getting cold out now. Being a bachelor, it's 13. I can definitely feel it's colder out tonight, I'll tell you that. I thought I found a good place to work on my car, but here it is 4 days tomorrow, and I still don't have it back. If I'd have known it was going to take that long, I'd have had it towed to the regular place. But the guy was such a nice guy that I just didn't want to. I know AAA doesn't pay anything, so for him to come all the way down there and get me, I didn't really want to jip him out of the repair. Yeah, it's like 16 or 14 or something. Sean Dog, No, I didn't. Yeah, this is too long. It better be ready tomorrow. I should have been smarter about it and said, well, how long is this going to take? Oh, that's cool, Vern. Yeah, I know they're crazy. I just ignore them, Vern. That's what I do. So you see that curtain moving, that's the furnace kicking on. YouTube, man, they change their buttons around and stuff a lot. It's hard to find stuff sometimes. Oh, good for you, Mary. I had these guys give me a quote too for the front end, but man, after 4 days of this, I don't think I'm going to have them do it. Why is that, Simca? Why'd they shut down? Oh, did you? I haven't had that happen in a long time. Hey, Mimi, call, no calls, nope. It doesn't matter if they call now, I'm done with them. No, fuel pump's easy to get. You can get them anywhere. We got parts stores up the yin yang around here. I mean, that's probably what they'll say, but a fuel pump's easy to get. I'm experienced the downside of a van with 402,000 miles, but I'm okay with it. I mean, you know, if I had a job, I'd have to have a newer car. Oh, COVID, no kidding, that's down that much, Simca, huh? Wow. I'm really curious that with this 25% restaurant occupancy, if these numbers are going to spike. I'll tell you, if these numbers go up after this 25% occupancy in restaurants, you may never see a restaurant open again for a year or two. They better be vigilant about this. Hey, Winnie. You got to pull the tank, yeah. You got to pull the gas tank. Yeah. That's the way I look at it, Dan. I got another van. I have a Toyota Sienna in the garage, but I'm using that in case this Astro van does something major. I just take the plate off it, You know, I didn't want to get screwed with no vehicle if the Astrovan really dies for good. But I don't want to have both of them insured and licensed, not worth it. No, you're right, Frisky. Those days are about over. Yeah. These new cars, you can't hardly work on them yourself. Oh, thank you, Vern. No, you're right, Cynthia. They can't. That's exactly it. See, here's the thing up here. This is kind of a resort place. I mean, there's a lot of people own cabins and stuff, but the real money is further north, Gaylord, and west, Petoskey and Traverse City. So people stop at this exit for gas and get something to eat, that kind of thing. And this area depends on all their income from when school gets out until Labor Day. And now and when you don't make your money during that time, you're going to have a really tough time. So here they get screwed out of a whole year, you know, with a couple brief periods when they could open up. Now they've got taken out a year, and now it's 25% capacity, which if you told anybody that, I don't care what it's for. It doesn't matter if it's COVID, because, you know, whatever, right? It's an automatic disaster for a restaurant. You can't even pay your overhead. The waitresses aren't making any money. You don't have enough volume to pay the note. It's just bad all the way around. Now, is it better than nothing? Yeah, I'm getting the fuel pump put on. Maybe not. Why would anybody want to voluntarily go in knowing they were just going to be guaranteed to go broke if they stuck by the guidelines? Crazy. Oh, no kidding, Chris. Wow, Frisky, no kidding. I had a Toyota Corolla 79. Great car. Go look at the review that I gave that place that called the cops on me. I'll see how they like bullshit stress. Go look at the Google review. They're into honesty and Jesus and put it all out there. Well, there you go. That's what I did. See how you like me telling the truth. I hope they call me about it so I can not call them back. Oh, wow, Winnie. So a lot of good, supportive people, though. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Well, I think I'm going to sign off here, you guys. I may be on later, try and knock out a little reading. Appreciate you helping me out, sport. Hope you have a good night if I don't come back on. Good cinnamon buns are hard to get. Cinnabons the best ones. All right, Wayne. You guys have a good night tonight. I might be on a little later. No kidding, Mary, huh? All right, Cynthia. We'll see you, Vern. All right, Glenn, thanks. See you later. Bye, Debbie and Dave. All right, Dan. See you, Babylon. You gonna do a chat tonight and give a plug to your channel? Thank you, Wayne. Want to give a plug to your chat tonight? You gonna have one? All right, Heather. Yep, see you later. See you, Rennie. All right, Cynthia. Babbling Bobbles, you having a chat tonight or not? Oh, okay. All right. All right, take care.